One, so we decided to pre-record the Fireside chat because the Instagram live was too busy for two accounts to be active at the same time. So for anybody that's joining us again, that was there on Friday, welcome back. And for anybody that wasn't, that's looking at this for the first time, what I decided to do is invite my classmate Jeff, who was in my statistics class when I was at Kenyu Baruch, to do a quick conversation and talk about working from home and share experience and some of the information that I think might be useful for anybody that's both starting out or anybody that's already been working with it and might discover something new for themselves. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce Jeff from XYZ Method.
Hi everyone, how's it going? I'm Jeffrey. So basically I've been working from home now for over a month. The first 2 weeks were a bit intense. I think we were trying to overdo it a bit. And I guess now looking back, that was because maybe we were a bit in panic for losing our jobs and we didn't know what to do. And we just turned to work and worked harder. I found myself working 12, 14 hours a day. And yeah, that was pretty rough because it was a lot more than I would work usually. But then I think starting the third week, I kind of realized that, hey, I was able to take it a little bit easier and to relax a bit. And I also felt that from the rest of my company. And I think we all started to relax a bit more. And now we're going back to normal. We're still working a lot more than we used to work when we were at the office. But I think right now, at least we're able to take more breaks and just we don't feel so anxious about doing work. So that's something how it's changed in the last month.
Great. Thanks for telling us a little bit about your experience, Jeff. So what I actually did is I went on Google Trends, and what I found out is that the search for work from home peaked about in March. And in April, it has definitely dropped off as far as what people are looking for online. But what I intended to do was to make the Instagram Live a little bit interactive. And I wanted to ask the audience what they think the top 5 things that people are looking for as far as working from home. Try to kind of guess what they are. But since I'm only able to do this as a pre-recording, I'm just going to ask Jeff and see what he thinks.
So basically about the top 5 things, I'm sure people are looking for jobs online. So that's probably definitely one. Also things to do at home, how to kill time basically. And when is it going to be over? And obviously stuff related to COVID.
Yes, exactly. You hit the nail on the head when you say stuff related to COVID. So coronavirus, jobs, work, and work from home are the number one search. And one tidbit of information that I actually have to offer for anybody that's new to this is if you haven't tried Upwork, you can actually go and sign up with them. It's totally free. And their job postings board, they actually split out coronavirus jobs as a separate category. So you're not looking just for marketing assignments, just for IT assignments, just for accounting or finance or whatever your industry is. You can actually sort all of those industries that are working to make the situation better or maybe to help with the coronavirus situation. So that's something that I think is really cool. Is there anything that you want to suggest, Jeff?
Well, regarding work websites, I'm not too sure. Probably LinkedIn is a good option. In terms of other useful websites, I suggest all these online courses websites where you can find a lot of things, and as well as using services like Spotify to listen to podcasts and other kind of things to entertain yourself.
Thank you. I've used LinkedIn as well. They have a separate website that's called LinkedIn Pro Finder, where you can actually find a lot of freelance jobs or opportunities that are useful. especially at this time. The only thing to keep in mind is that this is a subscription-based system, so there is a membership fee. I think it's about $50 to $60 a month that they charge to use it. What about news channels? So how do you keep up with what's going on and when the economy is going to reopen?
Well, in terms of news, I check Bloomberg.com just because I'm in finance. I check that a few times a day. I also look at the New York Times to keep me updated on the whole COVID situation. And I look at this really nice dashboard from Johns Hopkins University. It gives you a bunch of data of everything that's going on in the world regarding COVID. So those are some good resources. Something I do recommend is not watching news the entire day because it won't put you in the best mood. And also, I've been managing to speak to a lot of my friends in different countries, China, Italy, Spain, about the situation over there. So I think that's pretty good. If you have friends that are in those countries, do reach out to them because I think they have more information than what we get in the media. And if you don't have friends, maybe you can search for groups on Facebook or something belonging to those countries to get an idea of what people there are saying.
Definitely all good sources. I wanted to add two of mine actually. So one of them is taxfoundation.org. And the nice thing about it is you can get all of the updates, both for the deadlines for filing and the deadlines for paying taxes or any kind of legislation changes for all the states and federal all in one place. So there are some sources that pretty much compile all that information for you. And you can also sign up for their newsletter, which will update you directly in your email inbox. And one of the other sources is benefits.gov. Basically, what you do is when you visit that website, you fill out about a 8 to 10 question survey. And it will give you all the categories of financial assistance and any kind of resources all in one place where you're not going to have to search each separate website, but it's just going to compile it into categories for you. And then once you click on the categories, it will take it to the website directly where it just does all of this legwork for you. And that's actually a really cool thing that you bring up Johns Hopkins University because in one of the previous answers, you mentioned that taking courses is one of the good things that you can do right now with your time at home. I did sign up for a psychological first aid course with the Johns Hopkins University through Coursera, and it's completely free. You can apply for financial aid. It's a pretty quick application. They will notify you by email. And if you do get approved, once you complete the course, you will actually get a certificate. So increasing your qualifications is definitely a really, really good thing to do right now as far as, you're working from home, you're still getting your experience, but you're also at the same time increasing your qualifications for when this is all over and you can go back to the regular workforce. So one of the other things I wanted to chat with you about is your work from home setup. How do you manage your workspace when you have to work from home and you don't have an office space that's set up for you by the employer?
So regarding workspace, definitely if you have a dining table, take over it. They'll be your desk. That's what I've been doing so far. It gives you a lot of space. You'll be able to do things comfortably. I use a screen in addition to my laptop. So that's more than enough. And it also keeps you away from your bedroom, which I think is important. So you can keep that routine that you go somewhere else to work and you go to another space to sleep. So if you definitely have that option to work outside your bedroom, do it. Get up. I always get up, take a shower, prepare a coffee, and then start working. I think that's an important routine to do so that you can kind of be awake and be a little bit more efficient when you start work.
That's definitely very motivational. So thank you for sharing that. And funny enough, actually, the number 5 from the top searches for work from home related topics is outfits for working from home. And I wanted to ask you, what is yours, Jeff?
So, regarding clothes, I definitely suggest something comfortable. And I don't know, I just wear a lot of sports clothes the entire day just because I feel like a little bit more, or I would say less rigid. So yeah, I think definitely just look for something that's comfortable. And I also found out that like temperature varies a lot for some reason when you're at home all day. So just have like a sweater or something around, and that should be fine. But at the end of the day is however you feel comfortable. I strongly suggest that you don't wear your PJs the entire day because, you know, it's just like your brain feels that and you might not be as efficient as you would like to be. So changing clothes will help you change your mood a bit. And like if you like dressing up, well, go ahead and do it. It's whatever makes you feel better and the most comfortable.
Great. All very, very good suggestions. And I just wanted to add one more thing. Remember to disinfect your phone screens and your keyboards as well. Pretty much everything that you're breathing on or, you know, dealing with, touching with hands all the time. So that's one step that's important not to skip over. But otherwise, that's all we really had. Just really quick, a quick chat. And I wanted to thank you, Jeff, for joining us and explaining a little bit more about how you're set up, what you would suggest as far as keeping up with the news, and what kind of resources are available. So thanks again, and hopes to speak to you again soon.
Well, hey guys, thanks for everything. Luba, thank you very much. I hope this information helped you a bit. And I think Luba will share my contact information in case you want to reach out. Have a good one, guys. Take care.